Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show Quantum Panel. Me and Lynn are here. Welcome back, Lynn. Thank you for coming on the panel.
Well, it's my pleasure always.
So, what did you think about that first hour? Because I had a good time.
Oh, it was rollicking, wasn't it?
Yeah, the
Immaculate Constellations, huh?
first rule of I made a short. I made a short in the time in the break.
Oh,
It says
did
the
you?
first rule of Immaculate Constellation is don't talk about Immaculate Constellation.
Oh boy, they're gonna love you for that.
I hope
I
so.
kind of thought you would. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Aussie. Hi, Tim.
Yeah, everybody, welcome back. Sorry I didn't
Everybody.
welcome. By the way, shout out to Aussie Tiger for last week. Hooked us up with 3 coffees. I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
yeah."
awesome. Thanks,
I
Aussie.
talked and said, "I'm sorry to shout you out there in the show. I didn't see it in time." Said it was okay. I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah,
But
really.
shout out Aussie Tiger. Let's go. Yeah, I was working on it. I was running behind on the break. My bad, boss. Sorry about that. But yeah, everybody, welcome back. Sarah, Aussie, DJ Wardove, Tim, me, and Aussie. Yeah, that's it for right
And
now.
no storms lurking around there somewhere.
Yep, Storm is here. He's pushing pushing all the hidden buttons. I'm pushing all the big buttons. He's pushing all the hidden buttons. Boss says, please like and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum. That is definitely true. So, Lynn, did you see any of the UAP hearings?
I did not. I was kind of on the busy side this
Yeah,
week.
you were busy. I
Yeah,
get you. Um,
yeah. Although
so
I enjoyed what little bit I learned from you tonight. That
okay.
I
Well,
wanted to see that, but I had some family obligations,
right.
and it it just seems like they're trying to dish up more of the same, and people, including Congress, do not want to hear that.
Right. And they what they try to do, I'm sending a message real quick. What they try to do is do just that. Uh
Yeah, Congress wasn't buying from the sounds of it.
no. And they were
I
like,
don't care for their little games, but I'm with you. I think it'll be personal. I think it might actually be a select group of people,
"Oh, there are."
even because there's so many. It's like wouldn't know what to do with it if it leapt on them with both claws.
Yeah, and speaking of select groups of people, right? Well, as far as I'm concerned, I was selected for a hybrid program, and I said in the first hour, any hybrid program is not being run by Earthers. It's being run
No.
by the other guys. Okay. Because I specifically remember, man, there's so much and it's all so
Yeah.
choppy. But I remember there was a gray there. Actually, there were a handful of them, but I only had interactions with 2 of them. And then there were the other hybrids, but they weren't like me. They had spots. That was cool, by the way. And that weird
When you
habitat.
say they had spots, are we talking like leopard people or
Pretty much, they
something
had
like that?
they had patches of spots. Some of them had patches of spots, some of them had full spots. It's like hair color and hairline and facial features. Well, their
Sure.
spot patterns were different. And the
Yeah, I wouldn't.
one
If they were all the same, you might have been dreaming.
yeah, the one I interacted with had like spots, like little, big, uh, along here, around here, maybe going back to I didn't see the back of the neck, right? We were busy. So I was under instruction.
Back of the
Yeah.
neck was not the position you wanted to see, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was I was
I'm
following
sorry.
instructions. Hey, that's okay. No, we were it was very emotionless. Anyway,
Tim's
I've
asking
talked
a
about that.
question here.
Yeah,
He's
Tim is.
asking if there's any red-haired clones in the experience.
Not in my experience. I saw no body hair. There
Huh.
was no body hair. There was nothing on
So,
arms,
so
body, nothing.
this spotting was not a hair structure; it was a skin structure.
Yes.
Did it seem like they were injuries, or were
No.
they
They were
were
like
they just
natural colorings.
yeah
That was their natural thing. I'm like, well, let me tell you, at the time it was like, okay, I accept it, you know?
yeah
And I want to say there were like 5, 4. Anyway, it's not important. Uh, we did a show on my experience, and I want to just, if anybody has questions, please refer to that show first and then email me. By the way, all links are in the description, channel, contact, all of it. If you want to support the show, we got PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee. Everything goes to new equipment, better equipment. Though I don't know if I'm going to get better than uh, the rock star microphone here. I'm not using it at the moment, but Guitar Hero microphone, best thing for YouTube ever. Anyway,
yeah.
uh,
No, you know we the people talk about alien abduction and that sort of thing, and each one is so very different.
yeah, it,
Even by the same people.
yeah, it seems like there are different reasons for doing different things to groups of people. Almost like there was a treaty by Dwight Eisenhower. So we could be used for whatever, and they would get the technology from it or an education. And Tim is saying, okay, well, I don't want to put that first one up there, but okay, their hair was the color of blood and they didn't have any nipples. Okay. Well, that would be nipples and belly buttons are an evolutionary trait of humans, right? Of
Yeah.
mammals on Earth. And
Well, they have very specific function.
right, they're an evolutionary trait of mammals on Earth. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know what other mammals do, you know?
Well, we have a very specific use for a belly button.
Right. And
And
nipples and
they're how I mean biologically both are very functional, and even until a month or two into gestation, the sex of an individual hasn't been decided yet.
right, it's still being determined by all the
All
biology,
the
right?
chemicals and the rest of it.
Yeah, and also me and Tim I brought this discussion up a long time ago.
Hmm.
Speaking of mammalian Earth traits, eyebrows. We discussed eyebrows years and years ago before aliens were ever involved in it, right? We were talking about eyebrows. And do
Hmm.
you remember this, Tim? I asked you, and you had an answer. Therefore, when we were growing up, evolving, we were out with hunter gatherers, and we had needed to keep the sun and the dust out of our eyes, and that's what the eyebrows do. I'm like, that makes perfect sense to me. And
Well, and in people ahead of the human being we are today, their eyebrow was even more pronounced.
right, we all know that those people that has that. Like you see my forehead and yours too. I bet we're kind of rounded going here.
Yeah.
I got the Klingon forehead going on. Just forgive me, right? But they're like really sloped hard down, hard slope on the forehead.
Well, almost straight. Mine is straight.
Right. Mine is
Yeah, yeah.
we're
Yours is
pretty
straight.
much the same, right?
Yeah.
But they have this like the Simpsons bartender or barfly. slope going. I know people that look like that. Okay, I know.
Yeah, I do
There's
too.
this dude at work. Now I don't think there's anything special about him, right? Other than he's a great worker, right? But he has this face, and I swear his whole face, his whole head goes like this. His whole head goes like that. His face is like this big, and it just goes up like that. And the way he wears his hat, it looks like one of them. It looks like an advertisement. He looks like a meme walking around. Okay, and
I'm sure I wouldn't appreciate being called that.
no, he wouldn't. I'm not going to name names. I don't remember
I
his name.
hope not.
Yeah, but
We
he's a
don't
nice
need
enough
food, either one
dude.
of us.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the hybrid, the suspected hybrid, the one with the extremely deep voice, real tall, low waist, short arms and legs. He he isn't has not been at work lately, and I think they moved him or he quit. And you know what? Okay, he has an extremely deep voice, and I guess depending on my mood and and the weather, my voice goes down real deep sometimes too. Not as deep as him, but I think he thought I was making fun of him. I was not making fun of him. I just That's just the way I am sometimes. You hear me, I have a deep voice. I don't really have a naturally high voice. I have
No,
a deeper pitch voice. It's
well,
not
your voice is very tenor. It's not bass.
well, it's not like
It's
what do they
not
call it?
piping, if that's what
No,
you mean.
it's not a high voice.
No.
I sing Pearl Jam on the dot, and he key of E, right? So that's a low
Mhm.
key. I'm like low key everything. One's half Neanderthal. he's he's just kidding though.
He's half Neanderthal?
No, I said that. He says he looks like a Neanderthal on one side. I'm like, okay.
Sorry about that, Tim. That's not what I meant. I was so puzzled by that.
Right.
You know,
We never know what's gonna happen. I try to keep up with the bloggers, man.
got something of a fracture on the face there.
I put the good honey in here. It's starting to
Mm.
work. It's starting to work. I'm starting to wind myself up. So
You sure you just
Raven,
not having a sugar rush?
oh, it's not sugar. It's honey. It's
Uh,
that Manuka honey from New
ooh,
Zealand. Oh man,
that stuff's nice.
it's special occasion. Let me tell you. Mm,
I had gotten some raw honey. Uh, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago, and taken a little here, a little there, but it spikes my blood sugar.
yeah. Mm, mm, Spike your blood sugar. There you go.
We got cinnamon.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's in capsules
yeah.
because
I have a weird blood chemistry. I have 3 spikes a day. Boom, boom, boom,
okay.
and that's it.
Well, that what cinnamon does, and this is documented, is it helps to regulate the pancreas. And the pancreas deals with blood sugar and and insulin production,
Right.
right? So it helps normal. Oh, it's been a lifesaver. It's cheap. It's a good thing because you got to take a lot of it, right? I'm
Yeah.
buying this stuff nearly by the case, but that's okay.
Just be careful to get the good stuff.
Oh yeah, but don't and
Some of that stuff is tainted.
yeah, it's not even cinnamon. It's like curry. I got the stuff. I went to Family Dollar and bought a bottle of cinnamon for cooking before any of this. It was curry. It was like a little bit of cinnamon, mostly curry. I'm like, why don't
Mm,
y'all sell
it's-
curry?
it's- They
Just sell
wanted to give
curry.
it some heat, like cinnamon might
Wasn't
have.
even it wasn't even good curry either. I have
No,
curry,
no.
and it wasn't
That's
good
the last
curry.
place I think I would buy spices.
Well, it was a time. It was a certain time in my life, so
Yeah, I
I don't go
understand.
there. I don't go there anymore. I go to
I I tell you what, if I one of the places that I buy spices and buy good spice is Watkins. and they're an old company, but they had the best spice, the best vanilla, pure Madagascar vanilla, that
Okay.
sort of thing. So
Well, I don't know Watkins brand, but that's okay. Now, on the
I've
UAP,
used it for 50 years.
okay, on the on the UAP hearing, Dorothy hooked us up with a summary by let me get over to it. I'll read it out because I know it's hard to
Yeah,
read. I'm gonna
please, I
clip
can't see
notes
it.
this stuff. I'm gonna clip notes it, right?
People are looking at phones and stuff.
Yeah. Daniel Sheehan. I have reposted this on my Twitter. Thank you, shout out Dorothy for sending me this. Daniel Sheehan has summarized what was said in the UAP hearings of November 2024. And he says our growing influence was evident when the seats were reserved for us at the hearings, a testament to the credibility and momentum we built within the disclosure movement. Okay. So this is going to take a while, right? Representative Nancy Mace, South Carolina, emphasized she's awesome, by the way. I would pour her coffee all day long. Emphasized the need for transparency, questioning the Pentagon secrecy, and financial accountability. Yes, Robert Garcia,
Well,
District, California.
that's a whole nother matter. The Pentagon's financial transparency.
Yeah, that has a lot more work to be done, believe it or not, more than aliens.
Yeah.
Robert Garcia, District, California, highlighted UAP as a bipartisan national security issue requiring ongoing congressional focus. First of all, they are not a threat. Okay? Not a threat. Let me put an asterisk, quotes, and bangs after it. Not a threat. Okay? We're more threatening to them than they are to us because they believe in us as protected and they have deals to deal with us, with each other, I mean. Okay.
Right.
And let's see.
Some not so much deals as thou shalt.
Right. And like what they have not mentioned yet is the federation that's out there. We're not part of it yet. We're like on the outside of the prime directive, okay?
Consortium.
Consortium. We're on the outside of the prime directive of those
Yeah,
guys. We're
very
like
much so.
contacted unless certain it seems like unless certain conditions are met and like they have their own variety, they have their own version of put in your paperwork, okay? From everything I've seen from every single angle, the government, the conspiracy, Keith, experiencers, everybody has to ask permission before they mess with us. And if they don't, they get dealt with like outsiders. Okay. And then Tim Gallaudet, former Rear Admiral, I'll read it out, confirmed UAP are real and called for oversight, a UAP review board, and strengthened disclosure laws. I think that's why we have Space Force, or let's bring them in on this, shall we? He noted a concerning incident where an email about UAP evidence was erased. I listened to that part specifically. Yeah, they went through and with their advanced computers and their fingers in all the servers, they deleted everybody's email. Coming, going, found it, erased it. Okay, and Lou Elizondo was there. By the way, okay, you heard me on the first hour for Lou.
Oh
Declared
yeah.
declared UAP are intelligently controlled and advocated for public transparency and whistleblower protections, citing intimidation from government entities. That I agree with. I like that part, right? I like that part. It's the other stuff that he was saying, and like
Well, from
shout
what I've seen so far with Lou Elizondo, no disrespect intended,
hmm
but he'd be the last person I'd have had in that witness uh, box
yeah, it
in
didn't
the
even matter.
congressional hearing. He
It
is
didn't.
entertainment.
Yeah, he talked about his book. He talked about this, but this blurb sounds good to me. declared UAP are intelligently controlled and advocated for public transparency and whistleblower protections, citing intimidation from government entities. Yeah, you know what? I can vouch for that. The the FAA and all the underlying businesses therein, you
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about what you
Mm.
see out there because they will ground you, they will blacklist you, and
You
it's
won't work.
of the government. It's all
So
because
who are they? Who are they obeying in this?
it
That might
boils
be an interesting
down.
concept to find out.
Yeah, I would say it boils down to the military industry, military industrial complex, because the FAA runs American skies, right?
Yeah.
And they run American planes, what lights they use, traffic patterns, etc., flight plans, even drones, big drones, store bought, you know, big drones. Uh, and well, then you got places like Boeing and Lockheed Martin, and they're all wrapped up with the FAA too because of their military industrial ties. They
Mm.
are the military industrial complex. And uh, so that's who tells them don't talk about this stuff or you will be blacklisted. And it's been going on for years.
Oh
I can
yeah.
I can go in there. I'm talking to my job, right? And I can talk
Right.
all about it and they don't care about what I say. But they won't talk back to me. I've gotten form answers, like things they are authorized to say and things that just say, "Oh, you're crazy. There's no such thing," and you know, another kind of form answer what they're
Mm.
authorized to say.
I
Okay,
don't know. I must be awfully crazy.
yeah, me too.
Oh,
So Michael
I
Schellenberger,
don't
I
mind
believe.
being crazy. They know me here.
Yeah, I'm coffee's still hot. If the
Yeah.
aliens are now the MIB want to come by. Okay, hopefully I'll get something on the trail cam. But Michael
Couple of
Schellenberger.
guys in dark. Storm and I do that to you just for shits and giggles.
You know, I thought about dressing up for the trail cam just to put it on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
would.
Michael Schellenberger criticized the high level of government censorship on UAP documentation, revealing hundreds of high resolution images and videos withheld from the public. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Michael Gold from NASA, never a straight answer, emphasized the importance of addressing UAP scientifically to eliminate stigma and advance discovery. Yes, I liked his presentation, right?
Hmm.
He was just like this, emphasize the importance of addressing the UAP scientifically. And scientifically, they have shown themselves to not be a threat. That is using the strictest scientific method. Okay. They have shown themselves not to be a threat and that we are not to be using nuclear bombs, nuclear weapons. Not. They don't want us to use them.
It's sort of like Keith says. People shooting at them and they're saying, "Are you friendly?" Well, duh. I
Not
sure
anymore.
wouldn't be after that.
Not
Shoot at
anymore.
me, I'll tell you what.
That's why I want to I have seen people who see UFOs. These are videos online. You can see them.
Mm,
They're online right
we
now.
see them here regularly.
Yeah, what they do is they see a UFO and they get these Amazon green lasers. I got one, right? And they blink them and they signal exactly back. It's it's on video.
How about that?
It is so cool. And okay, notable.
Basically waving the monkeys, huh?
Well, they're doing their best to communicate with the lower life forms. The lower life form is doing this, so let's just give it right back to them. Kind of like everything we do, we expect aliens to do to us, right? In all the movies,
Don't
TV
be
shows.
shooting at them, or you might have a dose of that.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot at nobody.
No, me neither.
Let's remote view them. How about that? I like that idea.
Hmm.
Okay,
I'd rather just leave them alone.
right. Just like I said, coffee's hot and ready. I'll
Yep.
make some more if we run out. Witnesses confirm UAP incursions over military sites, intelligent control, and potential non human origins. Allegations surface regarding government contractors such as Lockheed Martin, what I say, holding UAP related materials and knowledge. Yes, totally. And this is the clip notes of the clip notes, right? Questions
Right.
arose about whistleblower retaliation, the handling of non human biologics, and the lack of congressional oversight. Yeah, we pay for all of this. We didn't pay to be turned into livestock.
No.
I did not pay for that. Did anybody vote on
And
that?
if I'm paying for this, don't you think I should have a detailed explanation?
Right. Just like, you know what? I kind of look at it like a mechanic would tell me about my car. Let me draw a parallel here, right? Let me go ahead and get this off the screen. Let me go ahead and draw a parallel. All right. Now we are not so versed in this topic that we would understand the details, the nittiest of the grittiest, right?
Right.
So just like I'm not looking at the chat right at the moment, just like when we get told we have something wrong with our car, right? We don't ask, we ask for the detailed report and they will give it to you, but we don't understand most of it as consumers, as people who just drive the things.
Well, the average person doesn't, maybe.
Let me, here's a common one, right? Um, the Dodge Pentastar engine. Okay, who here drives a newer Dodge? Well, somebody here will. It's not
I
like you show
don't.
me hands. Well, somebody here does. And there's this engine called the Pentastar, and it has some common, fairly, routine issues. The oil cooler goes bad. It starts to leak and mess up. The
Hmm.
lifters go bad. They start to lose their lubrication. The bearings go out and they have to be replaced. And those are standard jobs, right? What I just said, you get the lifters
Well,
need
absolutely.
lifter job, and the oil cooler needs an oil cooler job. The part needs to be replaced. But do we want to know what it takes to take it apart, put it back together? No, we don't understand. Well, you got to take out the 12 millimeters
Well,
and
why
then get
would
the
I pay somebody for something I can go do? If I understand it that well,
exactly,
I could do it.
exactly. We don't understand these topics very well. And that's why we do need a buffer. We do need that kind of buffer. And that's why I'm grateful for the eggheads and the people who deal with this stuff, but I don't want to be completely in the dark about it as to where what we're like if I go to a mechanic and here's what the government's doing. If the government is the mechanic shop, my car's acting up, it has a noise. We go there, it's going to cost $2,000. Oh yeah, what's it for? Can't tell you. What? If you want your car back, it'll cost $2,000. Well, what am I getting for my money? We can't discuss that. What? You see what I'm saying here? We're already paying for this stuff.
Well, I get it in nooses, all right.
All right, but we understand that.
Yep.
It's like uh, we want something done, and let's say a car dealership. Okay, now you can. Oh man, car dealerships are
Well,
crazy.
yeah, you can drop $1,000 in there for 2 cents and
Yeah, and they'll give you all the
5 grand for
brochures.
nothing.
Yeah, they'll give you the brochures. Let's say buying a car. Like, say the government is the car dealership, and we're buying the car, right? Oh, we have the best cars. We have the da, 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 da. And we
Hmm.
go in there and okay, all you have to do is sign here, and you will have a payment plan for $30,000. And well, what about how do I operate the wipers? You're not clear to know that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Well, how often am I supposed to change the oil? You're not. We can't tell you that. We'll let you know when you change it. What? What is that? No, I'm
With
not
all
going to
the
do that.
efficiency they've shown so far? Oh, to
Yeah,
hell with that.
right. Right, right. We're all on the same page here. Human Jim saying your car is making a noise. It'll be 2K to fix. We're not going to tell you what it is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh, it's car talk.
What's really, and just on cars, what's really hilarious is so much of something that knocks or pings is simple to fix.
Right. But they won't tell you. If it's a knock or a ping, like you said, that could be, you know what? I could tell you what that could be. That could be mass airflow sensor. That could be fuel filter. It could be fuel pump. It could be a dirty line. It could
Lifters.
be bad fuel, right?
Lifters.
Well, no, a knock or a ping, a knocker. That's a specific thing now. Okay. Now you're
All
talking
right.
about a tapping.
Oh, now we're going tapping.
You're
Oh.
talking about that's the
But see,
lifter.
those three words are interchangeable with half of what people do. And we don't know the vernacular of any of
Right.
this when you consider it.
Yeah. And okay, Monty is saying that doesn't happen outside of the USA. Which part, dude? I was it. Is it the car stuff or is it the alien stuff? Does the alien stuff not happen or does the car stuff not happen? I lived in Germany. That shit happens in Germany too.
Oh, no, Monty. I know that there's a significant amount of things kept quiet in UK too. And
Yeah.
Wales.
Rendlesham Forest much?
Yes, I remembered Wales.
Yeah, Wales is weird. That's why they have Doctor Who over there in Cardiff.
Oh, gee.
Monty will tell you, oh, the car stuff. He's talking about the car stuff. Yeah,
Of
they
course.
don't even tell. They just say your car is broken and come fix it. That's what they did in Germany. There was no explanation. It was like it was good. It was gonna you do this or we're gonna take your car off the road. That was the way it was in Germany. I don't know what it's like in the UK. Okay, and then yeah, he's talking about this is Tesla all over.
When you get the autobahn, in Germany,
Right,
you're traveling speeds that are dangerous at best.
around about
And
110,
yeah,
120.
yeah, and you want your vehicle performing at peak.
Yeah, but you don't want communism telling you your car is not right. You want to know why it's wrong.
Exactly.
Sorry, not sorry. I lived in Germany. I did this
Yeah, I
stuff.
know you did.
Yeah, they told me that my little Fiesta wasn't going to pass inspection, so I got it to pass inspection. It was a list of stuff it needed, but I did it. I did it. You know
I'll
what? I've
bet
been
they
doing
got
this
had a fit just. Oh, there's Alan. We're gonna give him the chest today, boy.
right. That's the way it felt. But
Yeah,
that's what our government is doing to the American people when it comes to UAPs. And
yeah.
we had to claw and our way to this point to
I looked
where
at that and thought, United Auto? What the hell? Are they still on strike? I'm like,
yeah,
wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. You know?
but we had to claw our way to this point where we got congressional hearings. And now that we got Congress involved, what was the I would like to know what was the point of telling Congress if we're not going to allow Congress to do anything about it? I want Congress to do something about it. Even if we blunder, we will learn from it, right? This seems like a step towards joining the Consortium Federation that we have to be united in it. Well, all of
It's
our little groups,
a step to grow up enough to be considered for it, maybe.
yeah. And
In our
we
current mindset, we're not fit for it.
right, I would like to see NATO have a UAP hearing. I would love to see that happen because there have been, oh man,
You think
countless
they would
Europe.
be able to see it in the United States?
Maybe if we watch it through Australia.
You need a VPN, that's for sure.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna do a non-paid sponsor ad right now.
What sponsor ad is that?
NordVPN for all your UAP watching needs. If you need to watch things outside of the United States and you want to know about all them aliens, go get NordVPN. The deals are okay. There will be no link. Google it and they'll find you. Let me tell you.
Well,
NordVPN.
consider your
There we
application.
go. NordVPN for all your UAP watching needs. If you
Oh
need
boy.
real UFO UAP news and reporting, and you can't get it inside the United States, set your thing up for Italy. You'll hear about it. And use Google Translate also. All right.
Oh
Ad
boy.
complete. I
Oh
think that was.
boy.
I need to make a commercial. I should make a commercial, an actual like I did the Amy's Mugs commercials.
Oh, I hear a storm thinking.
There it is. Yep. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Tim is saying seriously though, how much is suppressed inside the United States? Yeah. Why don't we ever hear about Europeans' medical stuff happening over there?
Because they
They,
don't want us to know that.
they have come up with damn near lots of new treatments for things over here like diabetes and Alzheimer's and
Cancer.
cancer and all the stuff that we go through years of treatment for.
Right.
Okay,
And,
they
and
have
see no cure for, I
right
might
there's
add.
and there these treatments in Europe, from what I've read through NordVPN, subscribe today, is is almost miraculous. What I've heard about is almost miraculous. They're using stem cells to treat
Hmm.
type 1 diabetes.
Yes, I do.
You've heard about that then. I need
Hmm.
to I need to
I know about your VPN. A little bit of something about it.
yeah, I got Nord. Side note, I had it turned on like a screensaver on my netbook and I took my netbook to work and the boss came in and said stop using it. I'm like, "Oh, sorry about that. I just use it like a screensaver." Okay, click. I don't need it at work. I need it for like Wendy's and when I'm
No,
at a
no, you're right.
hotel.
But yeah, I mean, when you're even censored at work over stuff like that, what the
Well,
heck
they
is
don't.
going on? You know?
Yeah, they already think I'm a corporate spy. That's why they think I'm a corporate spy. They have. It's been in the footnotes my entire time. It's been in the footnotes the entire time, and I don't want them to think anything else. I want them to. I want them to think
They're
I'm like a
staring
double
you
agent.
while the real guy is walking away with God knows what.
Well, there ain't none. I got my own detection methods. There ain't no corporate spies over there. Nobody cares about what we're doing. But you got to understand the management is not local, and they think everybody's trying to steal their stuff, and it's not happening. Okay, Human Jim says Max Headroom said it best when he asked if we knew how effective censorship is in the media. Effective, isn't it? Yeah, it's very effective. Okay. I'm not going to get into it, but the election. I'm not going to get into it, but look at the slants that have been put on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what was allowed to go through and what was not allowed to go through. Hopefully, uh, that will stop. I'm hoping that will stop. and we get all of it, and we're not stupid people, most of us. I mean, if you can't read, don't vote. That's what I want. I want people to take an English test before before they go vote, and have an ID to take the test. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. Okay, and oh
Yeah, and Storm's right. That's the right way to use it.
yeah, that's why
It
I don't
really
need it at
is,
work.
because then you don't have. If you do have a snoop, yeah, they can't get to you.
Yeah, and Jim is saying, Nate, spiritual noncompliance member and corporate spy.
Well,
Don't talk about Immaculate Constellation.
uh,
Okay. I don't know what you mean, Monty, 20 minutes in the future, but okay. Sounds good to me. Sounds positive. And, but, 20 minutes in the future, it's coffee break. That's what that is. That's what that is right there.
yeah.
So, uh, where were we talking about?
Oh, well, we were talking about VPNs
Yeah,
and
that
of
was kind of a,
course Immaculate Constellation,
yeah, right. With
and
that,
of
we don't talk
course,
about it.
no, never.
I'm
It's plastered on everything.
gonna put
I
this
think
back
we
up there.
should. I think we should become a one station or one channel uh, entity saying everything's Immaculate Constellation. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
If we're gonna torment them, if we're gonna go to jail, let's go to jail big time.
Oh, I want them to come and try to flashy thing me because I don't think
Ooh.
my spirit guide would have any of that happening.
I know mine won't. You know,
Okay.
that sort of thing doesn't necessarily work.
No, I mean, I have been rewired. They don't have hardware for this guy.
Mm-mm.
But okay, I see what you mean now, Monty
It's
and
sort of like I was saying in the last show
Jim.
too. You know, I really don't think that. Well, I do think that aliens might have a very good concept of who is receptive to their presence and who isn't.
Hmm.
And I think they probably quite picky about who they pick up.
Yeah, and the number one thing is is deterrent that I could tell is fear.
You're back.
Because when you're full of fear, you're going to act with your monkey brain.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to make good decisions when you're fearful.
Well,
And
I don't know. You can. I've been in situations where I was absolutely terrified, and if anything, my mind went into full gear, clicking off what was next.
right,
You know,
okay,
which is why
right,
I'm still sitting here.
right. But when you're in, I'm talking panic mode. People, Lynn, people are saying aliens are demons. That is born out of institutionalized fear, and we don't need to. I thought about. I'm gonna make a video with my sister. We're gonna get face filters. I'm gonna be an Orion, and she's gonna be a Vulcan, and we're gonna put on our Star Trek shirts and say we're not demons.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's awesome. Why not use those shirts?
And what is it we're having Storm do a sort of commercial for NordVPN?
I'll do the commercial.
Oh,
I'll put a sticker on my on a not this mug. This mug. This is reserved for
of
Amy.
course.
I'll get another mug. I'll go to Dollar Tree and I'll make a sticker with the Nord thing on it. It says, "This is my secure coffee. No one gets this coffee but me. Nord VPN. Thanks, Nord." But yeah, I'll make a Nord VPN commercial. They don't even have to pay me, but hey, shout out NordVPN. If you want to sponsor the show, Links in the description. Thanks.
Tim's right, though. Um, you have to have a great deal of training, really,
Right.
to
Right.
react over a muscle
With
memory.
discipline.
You know,
Right. You have to have the discipline, be ready for it. And you know
yeah.
what? I've had exposure. I've had I've already had exposure and I'm as why am I always being the bridge from one to another?
Hmm.
I'm the bridge at the Legion. I'm the bridge at work.
Seems to
Uh
be a theory or a sequence of events, doesn't it?
yeah, and a theme for my whole existence. Wow, where did that come from? Holy shit, man. Mm. Okay, here we go. Jim is saying, I would argue that aliens are demons, the idea is based more in ignorance than fear. When you're raised in institutionalized religion, cough, cult, folks close their mind to certain possibilities. Yeah, totally. I
Well,
totally agree
they're
with you.
told what to think.
Right. They
It
don't.
is there isn't a thought process there. Here is a company line, and you will repeat this. There is
Right.
no room for thought process in that situation.
And speaking of fear and everything, a trained ninja or SEAL or Green Beret reacts with different muscle memory than a bus driver.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. And like,
She's likely to stand there and look at it and think of all the different ways to take it out.
yeah, and I don't think we're going to be ready for any kind of disclosure or
Not like that.
contact based on looking at the world right now. I don't know every ufology community. I don't, of course not. None of us do. We're doing our best with the internet, and
I have no idea what that mark is.
I can't see it on my end because I'm using StreamYard. I see three little squares, so
Two little
it's a
dotty
GIF.
things. I don't know what it is.
It's a GIF of some sort, something. Mm,
Sorry, Monty. We just don't see it.
yeah, yeah. But based on the way people are so fearful, right?
Oh,
We're
they're
not ready.
seals. They're seals. Oops.
Oh, they're seals. Okay.
Oh, Monty. Let's don't tease the seals. You know,
So far, I'm in good with the seals, as
yeah,
far as I know.
yeah, I'm too. And let's don't do
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to mess with those guys. Three seals. Okay, he had three seals,
Which is two
and
more than they need.
but the way it's going, even with these hearings is a step in the right direction for one group. We are that one group. We're the one group so far. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know what Europe is doing. I don't know what Canada is doing. Canada is kind of following our lead. Mexico, they got their South America, they got their
I
own
don't know.
problems, right?
Canada's more following UK's lead, actually, simply because they're part of the empire.
Right. That
Although
sounds so weird. Well,
we're
actually, you know what?
allies and we're looking at each other for help.
Yeah, I don't think they're part of the UK anymore. I really don't. I think not
They sing
seceded, but
God Save the Queen. Oh yeah, they are.
well, then now they got Trudeau in there, and he's like
Yeah,
wanting
that's
to
true.
turn the place into damn North Korea.
I don't know that Quebec is part of Canada
It is.
necessarily
It
in
is.
that way.
Okay.
They tend to do things their own way.
Yeah, and
I really okay. Thank you, Monty. I couldn't think of the right word. I apologize.
yeah, they are.
They're independent.
They are
Okay.
independent. Okay. And
Yes, I think Australia is doing some of those.
Yeah, we all have our own Thanksgivings.
I'm sorry, I'm an ignorant American. Forgive me.
We don't get that much information. They teach us what they want to teach us, and
And they
it's
don't
hard
teach
to
that much, believe me.
it's hard to look out, you know. And I was just talking to somebody earlier. I would love to have a history book from 1930s. I would love to see what they were talking about in the 1930s.
Be terrifically shorter, wouldn't it?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I would love to go through it
I
and look at it.
I had a history book in my school that was
Hmm.
from the 50s, and it was only that thick. That's it.
What grade?
Eighth grade.
Oh, well, that sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah, it's
eighth
pretty thick
grade history.
actually.
Yeah,
That
eighth
one.
grade history is um they want to keep it to a small scope because then you got ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th,
Well,
and
I had history again in 10th grade, sophomore year, and it was about twice that size.
right. It's uh what do we want to teach the kids at this point, you know?
Right, right,
And
right.
then I don't even want to say nothing about colleges because the only colleges taught any kind of good history was community college, and I didn't have to take that class for my degree, so I wasn't
No,
indoctrinated into that part.
I had a history teacher who was just deadly dull, and which was unfortunate because I love history. I still do. I'm
Oh,
I won't say that I'm good at it, but I know something about it.
let me say thanks, Woo, for coming over
You
and
too
lurking
have.
in the background. Please hit like if you got a second to do that. Have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by. Keeping it quantum. Yeah, I think he's on his way out. I think he was listening the whole time. So
Yeah.
Tim was saying, I kept mine from the 80s and 90s, his history book, and Monty is saying, well, go buy one. You know what? I might just go buy one. Monty, I might just go buy
No, there's
one.
used
Watch me.
bookstores around. Hell, there's you want good history. Uh, encyclopedia at that Britannica. I
Yeah,
learned
I
a
don't.
good deal of history from that.
Me too, but I don't want to. I don't. I ain't got room for an encyclopedia in here from 1930.
Oh gosh, they're huge.
Yeah, I don't.
There's like, I don't know, there's at least 27, 28 books.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna go a different route. Just I'm gonna go with like senior level high school from like the 30s or the 40s and branch from there. And I will pick and choose what over there.
Yeah. Well, my sister and I were unhappy with our educational opportunities. She took half of the encyclopedia, I took the other half, and we met in the middle and switched halves. We both read the encyclopedia. Got
Hmm.
it done in two in about 6 months.
That's a lot of reading.
Yeah.
That is a ton. We
We were
had,
kids. I mean, what we know? You know,
yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. You know what? Britannica, but I want one from back in the day.
yeah.
I want an
When they
old
were
one.
still telling the truth, you mean?
Yeah, I want one that mentions, you know, shit like Doggerland and what China was before it was China. China's got 10,000 years of written history. What was
And we
it
know
before that?
nothing about it. Nothing. Oh, yeah, we know about dynasties and some of that, but as far as their actual history, we don't know.
Yeah, and
I mean, these guys had empires when we were still counting sheep.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They were they talking to the Egyptians? I wonder.
I think
I
maybe they
wonder
were.
because
I know that they at least were talking to some of the mystics from the Middle East.
oh yeah, yeah, and oh, we could go down that rabbit hole, but we're not. We can't go not tonight anyway, not tonight.
We
another
got
time.
another hour. We're good.
Yeah, we need to take this to another show.
Oh,
To
no, I
somebody
agree
else.
with
I
you.
want to take this to someone else's show. I need to get out there again. I need to get out there again and start talking about this stuff more. You know? Oh, yeah. Monty's saying U.S. education system is so insular. We get taught all that stuff. We don't get taught any of it. We don't get taught like accurate dates and
No.
all that shit
No.
about Columbus. Give me a break.
I mean, like Columbus has a few more secrets in his closet than just being Italian.
Yeah, and that the the steel company named Columbus as a hero. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the who was that? Who was that? How do you get to
So
how do you get to what's that joke? The punchline is practice, 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 practice. How do you get to something hall? Practice, practice, practice. Somebody in the chat is going to know that, and we're going to have 7 seconds of waiting for it. How do you get to some? How do you get to blank hall? Practice, practice, practice.
say what? Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie did it. I knew it. There's Monty. He's not even here, and he knows the joke.
Yeah.
And that's not how you spell
that's
it.
Storm for you, though.
Yeah, Monty even knows that joke, and he doesn't even live here, but he did misspell it. So you're still British, bro. That's okay. You're still UK.
He's Welsh. Leave him alone.
He's Welsh. I'm sorry. Alonzi and all that. I need to break out the.
He'll got you if you keep it up.
I need to get another sonic screwdriver just for you, Monty. He lives right over there, where the TARDIS is always landing. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? And yeah, just so you know, it's like this. Just so everybody knows, that's the way you spell it. Just so you know.
Carnegie was what, a banker?
He was a banker in the steel industry also with Rothschild, I believe. Well,
they had their fingers in all of it, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all
trains and
all those guys.
All of that.
Oh yeah. Well, it was Rothschild, that's the big banker, Carnegie, which was in fuel and steel, and there was another name.
I think Rothschild went down with the Titanic too, didn't they?
Well, one of them did. Not all of them. They're still
no, of course not. But I think it was Rothschild.
Yeah, Rockefeller. That's it. That's who I'm talking
You're right,
about.
Tim.
Rockefeller. Yeah.
Rothschild.
We don't set each other up.
Rothschild had better sense to get on the boat.
Yeah. Yeah, Rockefeller was in
what
there.
Do you got over there?
I think, Monty, we're about to have a shout out for you.
What is that? What button?
I know what's coming. There you go, Monty. It doesn't work on wood.
Oh,
just remember that.
Where's that from?
That is the 13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver.
The Doctor Sonic Screwdriver.
13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver. I saw it even there. There we go.
Leave it to Storm to have one of those laying around.
I don't have mine. Mine's in a box, man. I would have had. I need. There's so much geekery I need to make happen here. I got this.
Oh gosh!
Just remember.
Is there where? Oh, here we go. It's spinning.
Well, no, you got to point it. You got to point it. Point it at the camera. There you go. There you go.
It's spinning. I don't know how well that can be seen.
It's not very well.
Not very well. Here, let's pull it back.
Okay, yeah, we can
I'm
see
not
it.
going to say what it reminds me of. Never mind. Anyway. You're crazy. Leave it to Storm to have something like that. I don't remember that coming in here, but I looked at it and said, now what? It's a gift.
I'm looking.
Oh, CR gave it to him. My bonus daughter. They're both Hoovians. So
I got it right here.
we're at an hour, Nathan. It's coffee time.
But before that, I wanted to make sure to get this on screen. 13th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver.
Yeah. Same business.
That was a small shout out to the Tick also when she made it out of a spoon. The Tick show that was
toothbrush, I'm sure. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep, there we go. Yep, it is coffee time. So, gonna take a little break, watch for ghosts, and watch for aliens, and watch for Men in Black because we don't talk about.
God knows we might both get carried out of here tonight. Who knows?
What do we not talk about? Immaculate Constellation.
We didn't talk about Immaculate Constellation. We don't do that here.
Don't talk about Immaculate Constellation. The first rule of Immaculate Constellation is don't talk about Immaculate Constellation. The second rule of Immaculate Constellation is don't talk about Immaculate Constellation.
So stop it.
We're on the list. We made it. We can get into that nightclub. Okay, it's coffee time. Me and Amy are going to get
nightclub. That's what they're calling it now.
Be right back. Watch for ghosts.
La Tuna, right? For you guys who don't know what La Tuna is, we call it the Federal Country Club because it is such a joke. So a shout out to Aussie and Monty and Tim and Sarah and Human. Who else is here? Storm, of course. And Woo at Captain Quantum. And of course, if you're here, you're Quantum. Like and subscribe. Because if you're here, you're Quantum. God knows you couldn't find us any other way. So, if you appreciate our brand of humor, even if you don't, like and subscribe. I don't know, when we haven't seen anything wandering through the room there for quite some time. That might have been a one-time thing. Any one-card reading, guys? Anybody up for that? Human, you're first up. So think of your question. And of course, my question with all of these is, do I have permission to read you a card from your guide? So if your guide will speak to my guide. So do your best there. Okay. So I have shuffled. I'm tapping, saying hello, hello. Keep your question in mind. And what I have here is the the priestess. Seer. And I don't know what the question is, of course. So I'm saying here that one of the things that she represents is a new beginning. In the kind of beginning that most people would like. It's an informed beginning, it's something new, and portends that it will be successful for you. So I hope that gives you some idea. Who else? Who is next? And Rachel says yes. So, Rachel, you need to think about what you want and you need to tell me.
Alrighty then, I am back. Hey,
I'm
everybody.
doing a quick read for Rachel.
Oh, okay.
Or I did one for human. I hope that helps, whatever it was. And I have Rachel's permission for her guide to speak to me. Oh, well, she's a good card too. It's the Empress. The big problem, well, here we go. The Empress. The big problem here, Rachel, is, and what you're calling for, is divine intervention. And there will be two plays. It will be, of course, the goddess puts her hands on things, things change. And she is in all her glory in this card. So you will have help. So let's hope that helps you. And let's try for one more here. We've got just a bit of time. And Sarah, you have okay stuff here to be read too? You good with your guide? And I need an answer on that before I continue for you, Sarah. Okay, Sarah. Okay, Sarah says yes. All right. All right. All right. Sarah, I don't know if you read or not, but you know what that means. It's an awful lot of too much diversion is what I'm going to say here. I'm going to be very polite. When I say diversion, there's too much stuff going on that isn't necessary. And the real needs to be concentrated on more so than the dreams. You know, the dreams of the future are fine, but you have got to take care of your reality. That I hope that helps. And since we're doing ones and we've only got Aussie left, I'm going to dream for Aussie. Aussie, we're good. And you had said yes. All right. Aussie, you want to know about something that is coming your way. It's a communication. It's a letter you've been waiting on. It's either a letter or a telephone call, and be delivered by a young person, I think. And I'm going to read one more because I need clarification on that. And what I've got is the magician. How do I do this so that we look at it right? There we go. The magician. And regardless of what that communication is, what the universe is telling you is that you can have whatever you're willing to work for. So I hope that helps somewhat. Okie dokie, Nathan, are you ready to start the second part of the show?
Pretty much. I'm ready. Me and Amy got coffee.
I hope everybody understands their reading.
It could also be from a young
Aussie's
person.
waiting for a package. Okay.
It could
Yeah.
also be you're going to get a text message or an email because well, I heard
Oh
young
yeah.
person. I figured it's going to be a TikTok video. Maybe
It
not a
might
TikTok
be.
video.
But a package with that particular card would work as well. A delivery.
Right.
Because he's on the horse, he's ready to go, dun dun dun, like that. I
Well,
don't know how amazing it is. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what I'm reading. It's a private message for whoever it's for.
right. Okay. Well, apparently the messages got through. So,
Yeah. So I'm
excellent.
hoping it works for everyone and they're pleased with the result.
And right now, at the beginning of the show, I have to say hit like and subscribe. If you're here, you're quantum. You could be all over the internet, but you ended up here. So I'm waiting. You know what? You remember in the beginning when the anomalies would show up, the topics would show up? I want them to show up now.
The anomalies and the topics. Well, I'm 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 in the dust. I'm not sure what
Yeah,
what
this
you
is
mean.
before you came in. For the first couple of shows, we had lines getting tapped, helicopters flying over, and all kinds of weird stuff happened when we were
Hmm.
talking about the topic, right?
Yeah.
And
Maybe they've decided you're mostly harmless.
yeah, don't forget your towel.
And don't forget to help yourself to the pizza.
Yeah, and the cake is a lie. All of it. All of it.
you know, and I've said this that they absolutely hoovered us. You know, when we were doing dimensions, and but we were doing people like MUFON,
Hmm.
uh, Keith Andrews. We were talking to people who were psychics and numerologists, as well as some country singers. We got Dave Cayley on one day.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Quantum Show, Hope Retraining Center. I don't. Glad to see you here. It sounds like a good organization, and got 3 books online now. Ah, thank you,
Hmm.
thank you. Okay, welcome to the Quantum Show. Okay, our crunchy and milk. Let it ride, storm. Let it ride. It's all good. It's all good.
You got it.
Okay. But yeah, I liked when the anomalies showed up. I really am hoping that man, I have my camera on me when they do show up. I want that to happen so much. Oh, and also by the way, on the show, uh um I will have some more deer pictures, deer videos, like that 5 minute one I did.
I love
Instead
that.
yeah, instead of a bunch of 6 or 7 second ones that you have to click. I finally figured out the Windows Movie Maker of Windows 10. It's
How to
very it's
get it
rudimentary.
to.
It's not very good, but I figured out how to just drop videos in.
Well, that's
And
good.
yeah, I'm way behind my own power curve. See, I have a degree and stuff, but I haven't been to school in over I can't believe it. It's almost been 20 years. I want to go take I used to describe the classes as the basic classes as this is a floppy, but you can't even say that anymore. Nobody knows what a floppy disk is.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know what? When I go to my next class, I'm gonna take a floppy disk, paint it gold, and wear it like that.
Like a dinner plate pendant.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in like what's that guy? Whatever rapper with a gold floppy disk on my on a big giant
Like,
chain.
what is with you, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna on a yeah, it's the save icon. Yeah, I know, but no one knows where it comes from. I have some Flava Flav. Well, I
Oh,
won't do an
gee.
impression, but that guy, yeah, he has a clock, right? He wears like an alarm, a round classic alarm clock. Well, I want to wear a floppy drive.
So not an awful lot of difference anymore.
Sava Save. The rapper, the Grigo rapper Sava Save. Love it. Mm. But yeah, so I will have those videos. I gotta just go get them, right? There,
Mhm.
I've got 2 months of videos on that camera out there right now, and I
Oh
know I heard
boy.
some cows really close that shouldn't have been close. So we might have gotten some more cow action back there.
Well, that's a farm girl's dream come true, I
Mm.
guess.
And I know I saw the lady on the horse a couple more times. She's not a ghost.
Yeah,
She lives down the road here.
she's
She she
cool.
she lives here.
Yeah.
Everybody's okay with the camera,
That must
and
be a nice trail to just kind of wander through.
yeah. And the thing is, this is church property, and she's part of it. So
Uh-huh.
she gets to come here. She can't come in the house, but legally she can ride her house. This is horse land, right?
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
say
it's
nothing
that
about it.
area is very much.
Mm.
Heck,
But
if you
this is
wanted to ride a horse in Cruces, you could.
yeah. Well, we are technically in the city, but we're not in the city. Technically, I am Nashville, metropolitan Nashville, but there's nothing metropolitan about overall Creek over here
Mm-hmm.
or the dirt roads and all this stuff, right? There's nothing
Right.
metropolitan about it. So
No,
these
no,
people get to
it's
come around.
open.
Yeah, and I still, oh man, I got my, I can't believe how long I've lived here, knowing that this is Revolutionary War area, and my metal detector has never been employed here, and that I should go
Yeah,
in the
really.
yard, just in the yard. I don't have to walk up and down a creek, just in the
It
yard.
is the area uh part of the battles.
No, it was part of the church. The whole area was church of the Revolutionary War, and well, we got the river,
Oh,
the Cumberland River right here. And when I say overall creek, it's recently been shrunk down. It was a navigable river for smaller
okay.
boats, not
Right.
like a steamboat, but not like a big steamboat, but it was a navigable river, and we got Vanderbilt Marina. You know what?
Okay.
Let me bring it up over here. Let me bring up.
Well, I know the history of the place is quite in depth.
Oh,
It would
very
be
much so.
bound to be. I mean, my goodness, Tennessee's one of the secondary states after the first 13.
Hmm. Yeah, they Well, why don't they have a website? Jeez, it is a high dollar place too. They don't have a website. It's gonna.
Maybe they just do all their business in person.
It's gonna be on maps. I'm not even gonna go there. I'd have to show maps. I don't want to show maps. I just. But anyway, moving right along. Right. Let's look at the chat. Okay, Sava Save. I love taking dirt road. Yeah, I could take them. They paved most of them here, but there are still some dirt roads here. I don't know how many times this place has been gone over, but I want to be the next one that goes over it. Oh, pre-Roman is awesome. You know, I was in Germany and they had just finished doing some landscaping near my barracks in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
in Hanau, right?
Uh-huh.
And they had just finished doing some landscaping. And I was walking. You're not supposed to walk through the grass, but sometimes you just got no choice. I walked through the grass, kicked up an error Roman coin
Oh
right
my
there
God.
in the sod. Okay, it was. I wish I still had. My mom had it at some point. This big jar
Didn't
of coins.
realize the darn thing's probably worth $1,000.
Actually, it was only worth about $30. I looked it up for sure. I got it
That
looked
many
at.
of them?
Yeah, they're you know
Wow.
here's how common they are. How likely is it for you to go find an arrowhead in the United States?
Well, it depends on where you're at, really.
Right. Well, is it one in a million, one in 1,000, one in 100?
It was common. Yeah,
Exactly.
it was common. You're right.
Right. That's arrowheads in the United States. That was
Right.
when Roman coins were being made, and they made just as many of them.
Right.
So it
So
is
was
that
it
easy.
silver, do you think, or
It was
was it
bronze.
copper, bronze?
It was bronze. It was
Yeah.
bronze, and it was a misprint. Like when I say misprint, it was like this. It was here's the coin, but the die was like this, right?
Oh my gosh, that might have been
Yeah.
worth some money.
Well, apparently it was a common thing over there too.
Just a
To
miss hit.
Yeah, I miss it because they were all made by hand, as
Oh
far as I
yeah.
know. Unless
I
Monty
can't
wants to tell us,
imagine what.
yeah, unless Monty wants to pipe up and tell me, oh no, they were using quantum hammers. They were using time hammers in the Roman Empire in my neighborhood. Okay, double strikes, but this was not. Oh, this was not a double strike. This was a single, but and like slug. That part of on the top was just slug, and then it was. That's where the thing was, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
found it basically in the yard. Yeah, Roman coins are hammered, right?
Be darned.
Yeah, and it's like finding a peso in El Paso. It's that common to find them
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
It really is. I thought it was like, I was mind blown that, oh my God, I found this thing. But then, like, half the barracks had found a Roman coin just going like, yeah, not, but they
So
weren't.
apparently the site was used for that sort of thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah, Germany for sure. Germany was big time Roman Empire.
Uh-huh. No,
Northern
that's not
Germany.
what I meant. I meant that they were using that particular site to strike coins.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what was going on there, but I know that yeah, Germany had a huge Roman Empire presence there. Huge. And let me see, double strikes, but this wasn't a double strike. And okay, my friend just found a set of strikers they used to make coins. That's rare. That is rare. That
Oh
is rare.
wow.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they were also they were mining also, right? Yeah, and
Makes
I
sense.
the bad Germans picked up on all the way the Romans were doing things. We saw that, Tim. They adopted all that method. Okay, they adopted a lot of those methods because it lasts. You know who I'm talking about, right? The bad Germans back in the day. I don't want to get us taken off of YouTube.
Oh, okay,
As a
got it.
side note, just as a side note, right?
Yeah.
But speaking of those guys, right?
Mhm.
Um, there is still a lot of stuff that we don't know about the Bell, the time travel experiments, the
Oh yeah.
Antarctica base, the submarine base in Antarctica, which was, I believe, found technology, our old stuff.
When they
And I'm not,
realized that they were and it was a done deal that they had lost, they destroyed every bit of research and things that could tie them back
They
to
left.
war.
You know what? That I would have to debate that because we don't have enough information. We've got what we've been told, and then
That's
we've
true.
got evidence of where'd they go, where the bodies, right? I don't
Yeah.
remember reading anything about the casualties from Antarctica when we won.
No.
I don't. What about the records? What about okay, if it's
I don't
common.
know. They might have been able to to save some of it, and of course, by
Oh
the same
yeah,
token, some of them came here
yeah, but why don't
to
we
this
know about it?
country and bought their
South America,
freedom with some
Argentina,
of that
Mexico.
stuff.
Yeah, Argentina, Mexico. Let's go to
Oh
little
no,
Germany
here
over
in the
there.
United States too.
Yeah,
They had
and
no compunction about coming here.
you know what? I want to talk about that for a minute. Okay, I want to talk about that for a minute. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, but it's one of
Okay.
the touchiest subjects ever. And uh, what about okay? And Contact, the movie with Jodie Foster,
Yes.
they received an image, and it was the address. It was the speech he was giving, right? Do you remember the movie?
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's very good. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. It
Maybe
almost
I
makes
should take. Maybe I
yeah,
should.
yeah, it almost makes the required watching list for the Quantum Show. Almost. Not as good, not almost, not quite. But
It's not like Immaculate Constellation.
no, it's not like it. No, we don't talk about Immaculate
No, never.
Constellation. But a topic I wanted to talk about, and now this just might be me, but after reading and looking at all this speculation and the facts that we do know, if the Germans were in touch with someone and they were the first contact, what are they going to think of us? Okay, now wait, hold on. You can't look at our own biases. We got to look at
Oh,
we the way they would see us. We're going quantum here, y'all. Okay, how would they see us? We don't know their context. They would see regimentation, discipline, industrialism. You got to admit they had all that stuff down
one
without seeing the other side.
a
Now
number of
remember,
individuals in absolute charge. Yeah, did see it.
okay, and they see a hierarchy of authority, and they see
Mhm.
people who are in a very industrialized society. They're not seeing now, they're only seeing Germany, okay? They're not
Mhm.
seeing the United States. They're not talking to those guys. They're not seeing the rest of Europe. They're not seeing Asia. Okay? They're not
You're seeing a
Southeast.
very homogenized version of what was happening there.
They
Is that
see
what you mean?
one group of humans that they see. Let's just think about that for a second. If a foreign group sees one group of humans and they say, "We are the leader of the humans," they have first of all, they have no reason to dispute that, right? They have no
No.
reason to dispute that, not yet. And then they say, "Look at us. We are using this technology, right? We're using this technology now, and we are the leaders of the human world." Evidence of their eyes would be like, yes, they are using the technology from a long time ago. Suppose that they found it in in Antarctica. Okay, they found it. They're looking at. They're looking at us use it. Okay, and they, while they may be skeptical, they have no real reason to distrust these humans, right? Just like if we were to go, let's say, go to Mars, right? I know it's not going to happen, but let's say we go to Mars. we encounter a group of beings there. They tell us the history of Mars. We have no reason to dispute it because we can, as much information as we have about Mars, we have this much. Okay. We have this much information. Now, if those guys were to tell us this is the history of Mars, we have no reason to dispute it. We have no contradictory evidence. We have no confirming evidence. So we would be skeptical and we would be well, grudgingly acceptant of these people. But that's one group of people. That's you can't go to one country on earth and say I have spoken to the people of Earth. No, right? Unless there's a united
The
Mars.
demographics are staggering in
Right.
this
They
this
don't know
world.
that. They don't know that. They've got an email from this place called Alemania, and that's all they got to go by. So we're gonna go, okay. Well,
So
email me back.
what conclusion are you drawing from this scenario?
They think that's Earth. And then they found out it's not Earth. And that's when the Federation said, whoa, hold up. They may have reached out, but they're not ready yet. They're not united, just like Keith says. Right.
Right.
So, uh, and maybe they did take a group of them because where are the bodies from Antarctica? I think they took off. I think they turned on all the buttons and switches. Stargate opened up and they went through it. I really do think that they went through it somewhere, somehow, or they called somebody to come pick them up, hit the
Or ended
distress
up
signal
killing
without knowing.
themselves over it. That could happen too.
Well, possibly. Where are the bodies? I want evidence.
Precisely.
I want evidence, and I can't get one way or another. Nobody can, except for that 2014 meeting they had with all those leaders with the Pope. Do you remember that?
Right, I do.
They went to Antarctica. Well, I still don't know what that was all about. I got the headlines, but that ain't right.
Well, that's well, you could surmise some from it. I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yes,
You know,
some.
where that many world leaders taking a look at that kind of thing, it was something of consequence. You can bet on it.
Yeah. And now that is you can't go to Antarctica, you can't go to the hot zone, and I need to go talk to my doctor again because she's from Dominican Republic and that's hot zone. She knows about them aliens. And I wish I'd have
What's
gotten a phone number.
what's her impression of it?
I didn't ask her because we were like at an appointment and I didn't want her to like
Ah,
call
I see.
the other guys to come
You
pick me
need
up.
to be calling the SWAT to get you up to the
Well,
fifth floor, huh?
the rubber room guys, I didn't want them calling, you know, mental disorders on me.
Yeah,
This guy thinks
yeah,
he's
yeah.
from
You
Atlantis.
might, I don't know. Maybe you don't want to talk to that doctor again.
I don't want to talk to her
Find
during an
yourself on
appointment.
some psych meds.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go to her during an appointment, but she's from Dominican Republic. That's the hot zone.
Yeah.
And I wish I met this soldier was on her way to oh man, Guantanamo Bay as a
Mhm.
duty assignment. I wish I had gotten her number. I bet I could get her number. Anyway, I'm going to look it up because she's inherently top secret. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But that's going
You
to be
sure
about,
want to be calling somebody top secret?
heck
Doing
yeah.
top secret stuff.
We're already on all those great lists. I want to be on all the other lists too.
If you're gonna screw up yourself, you're gonna do a damn fine job of it, huh?
I want to be summoned to a congressional hearing.
I don't know about that.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Mr. Allen, you are hereby summoned and required for the congressional hearing November 19th, Washington D.C. Here is your plane ticket. Oh, I would be there so fast. I would be there so fast. And it would be, well, Fox would
Mr.
cover it.
Anderson, huh?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
I can imagine it.
Oh, I would
I
love
don't
that.
know what their response to all of that might be, but I sure as heck can imagine it.
Yeah, they're gonna. If Lou can do it, I can do it. If Lou can do all that, I can do that.
Nathan, I don't think you are that big a liar.
No, I'm not. No, that's exactly it. If he can get away with all the lies, I can get away with
With the
definite
truth,
truth that I
maybe
know
get
about.
away with the truth, you think?
Yeah, the stuff that I know about anyway.
I'm giving you the jazz, but no, I'm entertaining the thought, and it's getting weird. Real
Jim is saying
weird.
Nate's been on so many lists they're tired of interrupting. They did interrupt several times. Now they're just like, meh, cat's out of the bag.
So God, he's got that woman on.
Please, and Tim is saying, please God, let there be a reality where this occurs. There is now.
Oh my God.
There
It'd
is
be a lot
now.
of fun, huh?
Yeah, and this has been a good talk about the congressional hearings, and
Yes.
I hope I was informative, at least to some of this information.
I
And
don't know. It was what, 2 hours long?
so far,
Hour and a half?
2.5 right so far, and
I mean
we've been.
the actual hearing itself.
Oh, it was 2 hours,
It
a
was
little
2
over 2 hours.
hours. I mean, how do you dissect something like that in under an hour and a half? You can't.
No,
You know, you
can't.
get hit a couple of the highlights, but
Yeah, but you know what? They didn't provide any of the answers to Congress, and I said it in the first hour. When Congress requires a report, you produce that report, or there will be consequences.
no.
I say,
Why
let there be
hasn't there?
consequences.
Yeah, yeah. Why haven't there been consequences? Why are these little twits allowed to stroll into our government, lie their asses off, and nothing? You and I
Hmm.
do it. We get slapped into 11 or so fast and make our head spin.
Hmm. We'd get charged with treason, but
Yeah,
not
but
them.
these guys are just, hey, I got it under control, man.
Yeah. Why would?
No wonder gangsters are saying, hey, what about me? I got it.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not under any NDAs. If I knew anything, I'd have done said it, and I have. Men in Black. My buddy, my roommate. Oh, this is a fun story. Let me tell you. It's about 1996, 95, and my roommate in the Army rented a van from the MWR. Now let me explain. It's a white government van with government tags. Okay, so years ago, you could drive up this ridge and that overlooked Area 51 before it was declassified, and it was private. It was a private road, so it had throughway. People could drive on it. It wasn't. It was like a public road on private land, right?
Right.
Hey, Bob Perkins, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Um, but so him and a couple of buddies of his, now they're dressed like surfers or just casual, and they drive up to that thing, and they've got the good binoculars, okay, from the arms room, and they're yeah, it has been. Well, welcome back.
It's
I
been a
highly
while.
suggest you look at the first hour also as well as stay here. But they went up to this ridge and they're using government issue binoculars in what appears to be a government vehicle, and they're looking across at this other government vehicle that's looking at them but they're in uniform, the camo guys, and they're doing this. They're doing They're trying to
Who are
figure out
those guys?
is this one of our guys? Like the camo guys are looking at them and like, and they saw them, and then they got in their truck, and started driving. And they got the hell out of there, right?
Oh yeah, I think I would.
So, um, if the FBI wants to come by for that story, come on by. I got names and times and dates and coffee, and we can have all the good times together.
Don't forget pizza.
Yeah, they can. I'll order a pizza to your van, and my car looks like a government car. I can put an antenna on it if you want me to. I can
Whippy
do that.
thing.
Hmm?
A whippy thing. A whippy antenna.
I'll make it look like I'll put. Oh, I should make
Be really official.
the Grand Marquis looks like a cop car. Maybe I should put something on the side of it.
Ghost alien busters or something.
No, like I don't know. I'll make it up. I will have to make something up
A
because
big brown sign that says Nathan from the Quantum Show.
yeah, I should put Quantum Show on there.
There you go.
Put the little dude on there. What's the guy? Have my Master Chief knockoff. My Master Chief knockoff. Well, you can see him on the screen. So, oh, how can you drink coffee, Mr. Allen, if you don't
I'm
have
sorry
a mouth?
about the Wawa.
Oh, yeah, the Matrix coming to see me. How can you drink coffee, Mr. Allen, if you don't have a mouth? Oh, remember that scene from
Mr.
Matrix?
Anderson, yeah.
Funny thing.
I want my Vogo.
Yeah, after the military, after I got out of the military, I went back to El Paso and I got security guard jobs. And I'm not very intimidating as a security guard, to be totally honest. I'm not a huge, tall, bouncer-looking football guy. But
I'm more careful of a small guy than ever was the big one.
right, so I took on the air of the agents to give people a sense of gravitas when I entered the room. And I still do that shit. It's a skill, let me tell you. I would go in.
Sounds like
it is a skill. I would go into a place and walk around looking at them like they're doing something wrong, trying to figure out what they're doing something wrong, and I would talk monotone, Mr. Anderson, and I would keep it quiet because that's how you maintain control of a conversation.
really creep them out, huh?
Yeah, I was pulling out all the stops, and it worked. People paid attention. Okay,
I'll bet.
People saw me, and I don't know why, but they straightened their shit up in a minute like that. I'm talking the hospital that I was working at. They didn't know what to think of me, okay? Because I was walking around like Agent, what's his name from the Matrix, just the agent. And Smith, Agent Smith. It's getting towards the end of the show, y'all.
Yeah.
I was walking around like Agent Smith, randomly writing nothing on my pad, right? Like I'm taking notes on them, and they're like, it was awesome. I love doing that. I do that at work now. I walk around and I act like I'm inspecting. I got the stuff on my belt, makes me look official. I wear the same clothes every day, literally every day. And did I show y'all my work hat?
Oh boy.
I don't know if I did or not. It screams. Well, it just screams, okay?
Loud and pitifully. Is it orange or is it red?
It's orange. Hunter orange. And we got the alien, the Bigfoot, and Space Force. Heck yeah. They're gonna, and the common thing to say is, "Well, do you work for them?" I'm like, I cannot discuss that, sir. Only in a skip. I can only discuss that in a skip. I can't divulge that information. Do you work for the Space Force? I can't talk about that, sir. I can't. We're gonna have to be in a. Oh, and it's also
Oh, it's
hard
a
cap.
hard hat.
Yeah. Well, it's a bump cap. But I go in and yeah, when they ask me, like, they don't want you wearing logo shirts, right? Or logos of any kind.
Okay.
But they're pretty lenient on it, obviously, right? And they talk about,
They haven't figured out what logo it is.
oh no, they're very familiar with it. 3/4 of this place is ex-military, and my standard response is to the question they asked, "Well, do you work for Space Force?" And I said, "I'm not at liberty to discuss that. We'd have to be in a skip." I love that. You're not clear to know that, sir. It's the civilian version of if I tell you I have to kill you, right?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and Tim, we're gonna be honorary space cadets one day for comedy. Yeah, and
As long as we're not
okay,
put in for space cadets for real.
yeah. To all the agents and off-worlders watching the show tonight, like and subscribe. If you're here, you're definitely quantum because you're not
Oh,
even
yeah.
being seen. You're on a different vibrational level. Ooh, you heard it here on the Quantum Show. Inter vibrational listeners. You know what I'm gonna do? I got something right now.
Inter or inner?
Inter.
That was a terrible joke in the last in the last program.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was horrible.
Spell it. Oh,
Inter. INTER.
I didn't spell it right. There we go. The intervibrational show. It's there forever now. Yeah, intervibrational, not like from one to another, not in, not intervibrational.
You're
That's a
taking it
whole
deeper
different
there,
show.
buddy. It's getting
That's a different
deeper.
network, and that's a different network right there. Okay, yeah. Bob is aghast. Yeah, we do comedy here because why not? Reality as we know it is
Sucks.
so funny. I mean, we have to laugh because I'd go insane if I didn't laugh about it. Um,
There's too much. If you either can laugh or you run screaming into the desert.
right. Or the woods. Or the river.
Quantum
Quantum Max.
Max. Okay,
And
I'm good with that.
Aussie's saying it again. Please like and share and subscribe. You know what? Our intervibrational listeners from off planet and probably in a gray van across the street. Like and subscribe. Thank you for coming to the Quantum Show. I'm not shutting it down yet.
Oh,
And
a few
Aussie is also
minutes.
saying, if you're here, you're quantum. Heck yeah. In a van,
Doggone
in a flying
Skippy.
saucer, you're still quantum. I love it. And let me go ahead, take this time to shout out Alien Girl, Good Morning UFO, GUFON, Lynn Hurley. Her link is in the description. Akashi Chris. They've all been part of the scene that I am in, and I highly recommend you check them out. Go give them a like and subscribe. Tell them you found them through the quantum waves. That's what they do right there. They'll know what that means. They'll know what that means. Trust me. They'll know what that means. Some of y'all know about it. Some of y'all know about this stuff in Akashi Chris, right? She does a killer Mars Attacks woman impression. right? It's from the
Okay.
for sure
I guess
go
it's
check
something
out.
you gotta see.
You got to see it, yeah. And I need to start getting on more shows. I think I should get on more shows out there because if frickin' Lou can go to Congress, I can go to YouTube.
Makes
Get on,
sense.
start talking to all these panels and stuff because yeah, all the animosity between channels that was psyops. I'm not part of the psyop. All the shadow banning,
It doesn't make
one over the
sense to
other,
quarrel like that. It's just greed and
not
selfishness.
anymore. Now it used to, from their perspective, to break up the scene, break up ufology. They wanted to break up ufology, and they did it. They got all these channels. They brought up a bunch of little channels, talk about Lou Elizondo, and got them to go after other channels because they called it the Lou Train, right? And
You know,
they wanted, and it doesn't
it's
exist
just
anymore. Yeah, it doesn't
there's
exist anymore.
so many people think that Howard Stern is the way to go, and
The
he's an
what?
anomaly, not a
You said how?
Howard Stern. That
Oh
sort
yeah,
of a way is the way to go, and it's not. People
no, it
don't
isn't. That
like
is,
it, and they don't
it's one
reveal to it.
way. It's one, and it's one small way, and it doesn't help anybody. It's just mindless entertainment. But
Well,
that
it
is an
depends on what
example,
you find entertaining.
right? For a certain,
It's a
it's a
certain
niche,
audience. Sure.
niche, niche. Um, but I need to. I'm thinking about. I should go on Amy's show. I should actually get on their schedules because I haven't had. Angeli wants to come on the show. The one,
And
Google her, Angeli Aliens.
okay.
There you go, Angeli ANG,
And she wants to
or
come
sorry,
on the show?
she wants to come on the show. She has said
Awesome.
schedule it for me, and I'm like, oh god, that's so hard for me to do. Look at my studio. What do I got?
I'm
What is
sorry,
this?
Nathan.
You know? Oh, you're fine. But I'm gonna try. Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna try to start because I was doing it before. I was going into the chat rooms of all these people, and that's how people know this show. People have said, "I see you all over." I'm like, "Yeah, I need to be all over. I need to do things like LinkedIn, you know, put put my
I
logo
don't
on
know. That's a
LinkedIn.
way out or a way in. It
It any presence is good.
okay.
Any presence is good." And I'm like wanting to get. Is there a? Yeah, right. When I was on the road, when I was out doing stuff on location, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing that.
Yeah. It's easier
And
for you now than it was before.
yeah, now I got better hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, let me tell you, this iPhone, it's amazing. The bottleneck is my Android phone. I don't even have to use it anymore. But yeah, I went. Oh man, the haunted TV on location, I could not get permission. That's why I didn't go do it. And
Well, with you and Jingoji,
yeah,
that was
over in Gatlinburg,
that
and
was good. That was very good.
yeah, I love doing shows like that. I need you. You know what? I want to go. I'm not making an announcement, but I would love to do this. Go on tour. I want to go on location in Coal Hill, Arkansas, and well, maybe I don't even know if I know anybody in El Paso anymore that ain't in Houston, but New Mexico, because I would go see. I would get you to meet Amy. I would get y'all to meet Amy,
That would be fun.
and oh man, Linda Moulton Howe knows Amy. Well, kind of loosely. I would go meet Linda Moulton Howe. I wouldn't grill her. I would just be like, "Hey, you're quantum. Come on." All it takes is one of these, and I know we all
Yeah.
got one. That would be
I'll
great. I would
tell
love to
you
go.
what, friendly shows get far more views, if you will, than anything harsh.
Well, then you got people like Truth Seekers. That's a show that you don't know nothing about, okay? But he is a dark side worker. All right, he has lost his mind, and he uses. I'm not even.
So he's really
I'm
not
done.
looking for the truth. He's looking for his truth.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of money involved for him,
Mm.
and he was one of the ones on the Lou train, and I don't know if he ever talks trash about this show, but it's kind of like a
Probably didn't
badge of
think about
honor when he does.
us. Yeah.
What? What's
So
up?
he probably doesn't think about us, but hey, if he does, that'd be a feather in our cap.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I would like to go around, like you said. Well, I could go to Gatlinburg anytime. By the way, I've been doing this event. Today was the last day, and I didn't go to it. Um, the one where I had the tarot card reading,
Mm-hmm.
and it was bad, but we weren't thinking about the context. What is that? I
I
can't even
don't
remember
remember
right
the
now.
reading. I tend not to
Yeah,
because,
well,
well, like I said earlier, these are private messages. They have nothing to do with me.
yeah, right. Well, no, I had a tarot card reading at this place, and I introduced myself as a local paranormal investigator because
Mm-hmm.
I am, and
Mm-hmm.
they escorted me to the leader, and I'm like, I don't have anything prepared for you, man. So what was that?
You should probably look them up.
Something reality, strange realities conference. That's right.
Right.
And I went 2 years. Remember, I put out the videos from the place they went was
Mm-hmm.
right next door to the church of that weird church.
I remember some of it. Yeah.
I took out the goggles. Oh, by the way, nobody even talked to me about the goggles. I was on a different frequency than these people. Okay. And the reading that I had was not a good one. And it was like, I thought it was about my life. It wasn't about my life. It was about right then and there. I got to remember living the now. That's what the reading was about. It was about being there. And it was one of the coolest experiences, let me tell you.
That happens with tarot, though.
Yeah. And here's what happened, right? I had gotten the reading, and they had given me a little card, and they said, if you want to have questions for this, we're going to have a Q&A, and we're going to go through the cards. And I was like, okay. And I didn't have a pen, so I went to the car. And
Right.
I went to the car, and I grabbed the pen, and I was about to close the door. The pen fell apart in my hand. That
That's
is
an
a
omen.
sign. That is a sign. Say, this is not for you. You need to leave. Do not participate in whatever they're doing. Not because they're bad, but because I'm on a different sheet of music than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Strange Realities, they are, the people are good, but the conference itself, I don't know, it's in a weird neighborhood. Okay. There's a cemetery over here, and there's the Church of Scientology over there. And then there's this place right here, and it's downtown. It's like, oh man, the vibe is so weird here. And it was weird. I didn't go this year, and I also didn't go to that other thing. But I am going to be going to the next Bigfoot conference, which is going to be.
Oh yeah.
I got to go there. I really like doing that one. I really like doing that one.
Maybe Gishin Goshi go with you.
Oh yeah, he went last time. I'll go. I'm looking for them alien girls again. I want them. I
I
want
wouldn't
to
look for
bust
them
them.
specifically. I'd look for the next group.
I'm open. I'm open. I am now. My skills are at a level that they were not before. I don't know what level that is, but they're better than they were
Or you're
before.
vibrating higher than you were when you started. You're just bound
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. I'm getting more practice in, and with any skill, practice. It takes practice, you know. Not that I'm trying to get to
Carnegie.
Carnegie Hall. Not this one. Yeah, the Crystal Network right there.
Yeah.
But there are several events that I don't want to go to anymore because it's not for me. These people that were up there, they seemed like they were all fans and they weren't participants. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
are the participants. We're the ones who know what we're doing. We know we're involved in something. And he said it in here. Bob said it in here.
Well, we become engaged. We become educated.
Right. We are hands on.
Yeah.
What I gave this to Rich. Boots on the ground. We're the boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And
And so many people just want to be spoon fed things and learn not much of their own.
right. And they want to I don't know. Yeah, they want to buy the book, do what instructions say. And Tim is asking, is your part of Tennessee as alien and ghost weird as say Louisiana? No, not nowhere near Louisiana. But we got our fair share.
I
Okay.
don't know. I think that's by degrees, don't you? I mean, obviously Louisiana has its own vibe, but so does Tennessee, so does Ohio or Texas or New
Yeah,
Mexico.
Tennessee is very well. We did have the original people here, the Native
Hmm.
American Indians. We did have them here, and they're
Well, the whole
still
country.
yeah. Well, this was like the nation. You know,
Yeah.
Tennessee was and I forget who I don't remember, but Centennial Park
Mhm.
was it was taken over by the Confederacy from the Indians and then made into spoils of war. They've got the Parthenon built on top of a cave. Oh my God, it's just so
Mhm.
weird. Okay, it's
You ever
all
gotten
weird.
down into those caves yet?
No, it is so off limits.
Sort of like by invitation only, huh?
Oh, you got to work for the city.
Well,
You got to work, and that would be my main reason to run for office in Nashville.
get yourself down in those caves, huh?
Heck yeah, I would, man.
Never mind the public service, eh?
Yeah, I would be like Centennial Park Cave Inspector Allen. Yeah, we've got okay. Going to the chat. It's the end
You
of the
might
show,
be able
y'all.
to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, we got nature and church. Bob is saying nature and church. That's true because we are well the Native Americans. This was like there was burial all the Native American grounds here, right?
Well,
And the burial, the hunting, the the living spaces, you know, and then you
well,
got
it's very much a fertile hunting ground and growing too, if you were into that.
yeah agriculture and all that stuff happened here, plus the
Right?
Revolution, plus the Civil War, plus the Underground
French,
Railroad,
French and Indian wars.
all the stuff, right? So yeah, Tennessee is all weird and it's haunted. And yeah, we got Oak Ridge. We got Oak
Right?
Ridge. All of East Tennessee. All of East Tennessee is super weird. Water Temple.
Right?
All of East Tennessee is super. I love it. It's great. You just got to keep your head down and your Bible close, and you got to have a Bible because
Uh,
they're pretty extreme over
the
there.
best, the best camouflage, huh?
Yeah, and everybody, that is the Quantum Show panel discussion. Talked about the UAP hearings. We talked about all the people involved. We talked about motivations and what they wouldn't answer. Now our congressmen are asking the hard questions. and they're running up against the stone wall of, we need to be in a skiff. We need to be in a skiff. Why? Tim Burchett wants a report. Send him that report. He runs East Tennessee. He is governor of Knoxville, or senator. He's senator over there. Congress?
I
Trump? I don't
say
know.
governor wouldn't have much
No,
juice
governor
in
is
that.
like,
Nothing.
fix the parking lot.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Governor, fix the roads, okay? Keep the potholes good. But
No. They're state oriented. They're not
he's senator.
overall.
Yeah, and oh man, I can't even get my senator for Middle Tennessee to address. I've sent paper letters to my congressman and my senator right here in Nashville. I get no response. But that's
They're probably
okay.
afraid to.
They think I'm a kook. Half of the people around here are kooks anyway. To be totally honest, we're in that we have our state,
Well,
not
we're in
East
good
Tennessee.
company.
Yeah, not East Tennessee, but the rest of it, West Tennessee, Memphis. Oh my God, they think it's all demons. And no, they got demons, right? They got demons. It's not demons.
If they're
It's they
demons,
got
let them
demons.
have them.
They got demons. Okay. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff regarding
And
the
it's
UAP
still
hearing.
not demons.
Still not demons, and we don't talk about Immaculate Conception.
Immaculate Conception or
Right.
constellations? Neither one, huh?
Oh, whoops. We don't. Whoops, my bad. I'm tired.
Oh, I knew you were going to slip up eventually. I was
I
waiting
know.
for you.
They all did. The only people who didn't were in Congress, but this is it right here. This is what we don't talk about.
There you go.
Immaculate Constellation. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Be sure to flood the chat room with that.
Yes.
No, we didn't say that. No, not us.
I want to be at that next meeting. Hook me up. So yeah, okay. Hit like and subscribe. Aussie is instructing me. He give me the red light pushing buttons. And Bob says, I've been marked. All right. But we are pushing buttons. Yeah. Rachel is going to bed. Sarah
Night, Rachel.
says, see you on the flip side.
Night, Sarah,
And
Tim, Aussie, Monty.
everybody,
Good
thanks.
to see all of you.
Keeping it quantum over here. I'm hitting like and hit like and subscribe. And I need the red light. The timer's up. We got to go, Lynn. Timer's up. I'm checking it right now. Yep, there it is. The timer says we're up.
Yep, we're up.
Everybody have a good night. Keeping it quantum, pushing all those buttons. Out of here. Keeping it